Welcome to the Wellness and Weight Loss for Busy Teachers podcast, bringing you actionable tips to help you live your best life. I'm your host, Tracy Baird. If you care about nutrition and fitness and want to make progress in your unique wellness journey, you're in the right place. This season, we'll discuss strategies for summer success. Let's get started. Welcome back. Today on the podcast, I wanted to talk about morning routines. Now, I've been working on my morning routines for years. I have been working on them since my babies were babies and they were not doing things like growing beards and going out on dates, which they are doing now. But I've been working on it for a long time. I first started by following someone I found on social media called Fly Lady. And Fly Lady was mostly about home maintenance type routines and creating strategies for success throughout the day. So people who were maybe formerly living in chaos and clutter would then be living in a streamlined home without so much clutter and having routines in their day to be successful homemakers. Since then, I've been working on my homemaking routines as well as my fitness and my nutrition routines. I've sort of gotten obsessed lately learning about habit formation. And so I do have several books I'd like to recommend to you that are my top recommendations on habit formation. So here we go. Atomic Habits by James Clear, Tiny Habits by BJ Fogg, which I mentioned in episode 1 of this season of the podcast on snacking, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin, which actually made the biggest difference in a practical sense in my life. I also want to give sort of an honorable mention to Daniel Pink's books, Drive, which is about motivation, and When, which is about timing. All of those have sort of informed my habit formation strategies, and I want to share some of these ideas with you today. So today I want to talk about a morning routine. And your morning routine, I would suggest this might be something that sort of synthesizes different parts of your life. I mean, you're one person. You don't have different people walking around, one that's primarily focused on fitness, one that's primarily focused on homemaking. So this can be sort of an integrated morning routine, but I want you to think about including movement and including nutrition and eating ideas as you're thinking about your healthy morning routine that's going to accomplish the most that you can in the morning or just set you up for success. I've actually read that people who are the most successful, a lot of times, they are not making as many choices as other people. We are encountering so many choices each day. Sometimes it's just better to not even choose, to sort of have pre-chosen and created a habit. So your habits, I feel like rather than restricting you, actually free you up to live your best life. So first, for your morning routine, I would like you to get out a pad of paper or get out the notes section on your phone or pull up an email, something blank, and just brainstorm, what do you already do in the morning? When your alarm goes off or when you wake up naturally, what are the first things you do as you're getting out of bed, maybe doing morning hygiene routines, maybe going into your kitchen? What do you already do? So for example, I get out of my bed. My phone is plugged in right beside my bed. I unplug my phone and refer to my calendar. I go to the bathroom and I brush my teeth. Those are some basic habits I have established just by necessity. Then I throw in a load of laundry each morning. That's a habit I've added to try to lead a most successful life, the most successful life that I can live. I throw in a load of laundry. Now, after you've listed things like that, you might continue your habits that you already have when you're brainstorming perhaps you go down into your kitchen. You might drink coffee or tea in the morning. Just write down additional things that you do. Turn on your computer, turn on your TV, to play a podcast, say, Alexa, play my morning routine. Whatever you do, think about what you do and note it down. Then I want you to think about what healthy habits can you add to this routine. Now, you might not think of it as a routine yet, but start putting it sort of in a sensible order. There are probably many things you do each morning. If you don't think of it as a routine, you may do it in a different order, but think about what makes the most sense of your existing things that you do in the morning. What's the best order? What makes sense sort of geographically in your house? For me, my bedroom is upstairs, so I do things upstairs. Then I come downstairs into the main level of my home. I do things like let out the dog every morning. So think of all your different examples of existing habits and then brainstorm healthy habits you can add to these. So I've been kind of proud of myself for I've added basically a flossing habit to my toothbrushing habit. That is called habit stacking. One very successful way of creating a new habit is adding it on the back of an existing habit. So by brushing my teeth and then flossing my teeth, that is sort of it's making it easier for me to establish the new flossing habit by adding it on top of the existing toothbrushing habit. Hey, it's Tracy. I'm cutting in and interrupting myself because I really want to connect with you. You can find me on social media at Tracy Baird Wellness on Facebook and Instagram. Now, back to the show. So in my morning, I've been able to improve my morning routine over the years. So when I get out of bed, I immediately make the bed. I get my phone. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. Then I floss my teeth like I told you. Then I have a little movement routine that I've added pretty recently, maybe about 6 months ago. And I've been proud of myself because I'm starting small, which I recommend, and adding onto it sort of over time, gradually, both in increasing sort of the reps of each thing I'm doing, as well as adding additional things that I do. So to flesh it out for you, the little morning routine I have that has to do with movement, I was experiencing some shoulder clicking while I was working out. So I found out I could do some rehab work on my shoulders. So I have a little 5-pound weight up in my bathroom that I bought specifically for this purpose, but I do the little shoulder rehab work, 20 reps on each shoulder for this rehab exercise. Then I do 15 push-ups. I follow that by doing a downward dog yoga move, which is basically like a stretch. Then I do 15 squats. Then I've been also experiencing some other issues with my elbows. I've perceived it as an elbow issue, but my husband, who's a primary care physician, tells me it's some sort of tendon that's actually part of my forearm. He's instructed me to do these certain stretches where I stretch my hands in a certain way to help with that sort of rehabbing that painful tendon so that I can be in better shape to do my regular workouts. So that is what I've added on top of at the end of my flossing, I go right into doing the shoulder work. And then it really just takes 2 to 3 minutes to do all that movement, but it sets me up for success. And I would encourage you, if you are age 40 or up, start putting some squats into your day, keeping your legs in the shape to help you stand up, sit down, get up from the floor, get up from a chair is sort of an anti-aging strategy that I would highly recommend, keeping your legs strong. So that's sort of a side note on adding squats to your day, but I highly recommend that. If you're going to pick one thing, pick squats and stick that into your morning routine. In fact, you can even add it, just say you're brushing your teeth and you have an electric toothbrush that goes for 2 minutes. You could do squats that whole time and just add your squats into your toothbrushing. So it doesn't have to be after your habit. It could actually be integrated within an existing habit. I actually do have a habit that I've added to my toothbrushing, which is a balance practice. Since I do use a Sonicare toothbrush, which buzzes every 30 seconds, I attempt to stand on one leg for a minute and then stand on the other leg for a minute. I don't frequently make the whole minute, but I have heard that if I can do it for 11 seconds, that is an accomplishment, and I can definitely do 11 seconds. So those are some ideas from my morning routine that you might think of adding to your morning routine. Regarding nutrition and eating, I actually practice intermittent fasting, so I don't eat a lot of things in the morning. However, I do have things related to nutrition and eating and drinking in my morning routine. For example, first thing in the morning, I like to drink water while I'm still in my bathroom. So I drink about 12 ounces of water right away in the morning. That's part of my morning routine. Then when I go down to the kitchen, I actually drink black coffee. So I drink that. And then I drink some herbal tea later in the morning. I set up my mug for that. And then I set up a water bottle, put ice and water in there, ready for me to go to drink water after I finish my tea. So I have set myself up right in the morning it's not technically, I'm not eating food, but I'm setting up my drinks that I'm going to drink throughout the morning to allow me to successfully intermittent fast. So once you have looked at your existing routines that you have, brainstorm habits you can add to your routine, and you can integrate, like I said, house routines, physical habits, nutrition habits, whatever is going to contribute to you having a wonderful day. You can add this to your morning routine. Then I'd like you to create a written version of the routine with reminders. So as you're starting off, you might start off with sort of the old school index card Post-it note method, where you stick a Post-it note on your bathroom mirror that says, phone, bathroom, make a bed, do squats, whatever you have decided. Or you might think of a higher tech method using an app, your computer, etc. So why this summer? Why am I talking about morning routines? I think if you get your morning routine in good shape this summer, it will carry you into the school year and set you up for the most success possible. So, thank you for being with me today. I wanted to encourage you to get a firm morning routine or start crafting. It's sort of an ongoing morphing thing, but having a morning routine and thinking of it that way, I think is beneficial. I started learning about it years ago and have been working on it over the years, reading books, listening to podcasts, and I have some strategies to suggest to you. Think of your routines that you have. Think of new ones you'd like to add. Create routines and reminders and get your habits in good shape as you finish up this summer and head into the school year. I'm here today because I believe you can change yourself, you can change your family, you can change the next generation, and you are worth it. Thank you for listening to the Wellness and Weight Loss for Busy Teachers podcast. For more from me, head over to my website and grab my latest free resource. You can find it at tracybairdwellness.com/free. That's FREE. If you want more podcasts, vote with your 5-star review wherever you listen. Your feedback really does make a difference. Now, make it a great day.